name is Iannielli, and I'm a male to female transgender girl. And I'm gonna continue to do videos and talk about my personal experiences being transgender. I think I have a good presence in the community. I value making friends with other transgender girls and learning from their experiences. I find Facebook offers a great deal of support with pages that I've joined, and I enjoy seeing videos and pictures of before and after, and that's given me ideas in my own work with respect to pictures and videos. My transition is going along smoothly. I'm happy with the results so far. I hope that they continue in a positive direction, and that I'm happy as I transition. I've never felt more comfortable and happier with myself ever since I started the journey to become a female. I've been struggling for a long time, and I never thought it would be possible. So I'm living my dream. I just wish that things were normal in the sense of being able to work and provide for my family. I am on disability. To be honest, I don't really miss the pressures of work. I think that got me very sick, and I had a breakdown. It's not easy to go through an emotional and mental breakdown, and I've been in the hospital more than I can count. I would say at least 12 different times, and I've been in 4 different hospitals. I've been in Bellevue Hospital back in April of 2012. I was in Nassau University Medical Center in June of 2012. I was in Beth Israel Medical Center in June of 2013, and I was in South Oaks Hospital sometime, I think around January of 2014, and I've been back and forth to Nassau University Medical Center many times. And the police have come several times to my house. So I think that's part of my struggle being transgender is I struggle with depression, and I have suicide ideation, and when I express it, I sometimes say it on the phone with a representative, like with my mortgage, or with my health insurance, or with unemployment insurance, and they've called 911, and I was taken to the hospital. So there are a lot of people out there who are very concerned and helpful in my getting better. I am not trying to I don't want to continue this downhill trend. I need to start thinking of the future and moving forward. I am planning to have a sex change operation, That's something that I've always felt I needed to do. I just hope that everything works out with the health insurance since it is covered under, I'm not working, so obviously it's my wife's policy. And I just want to have the surgery. I need it for my own well-being. I can't see myself going on if I don't have the surgery. So I definitely need that. And I'm hoping Dr. Marcy Bowers and the insurance company will come to an agreement as to the payment, and hopefully that will translate into my having the surgery, which I am looking forward to. I want to keep my fingers crossed so it will work out. And I know that Dr. Marcy Bowers is highly recommended by many other transgender girls who've had the surgery. I only want to do the surgery for the creation of the vagina. I don't need to do breast augmentation or facial feminization. I think I am okay in those departments, but certainly I want to have the gender reassignment surgery. It's called a vaginoplasty, and that's what I want, and that's expensive enough anyway. On Dr. Marcy Bowers' website, it's over $25,000. So if I had to pay that out of pocket, I couldn't do the surgery. So I'm hoping the health insurance will strike a deal with Dr. Marcy Bowers, which is favorable, so I can realize my dream of being and living as a woman. I always felt inside that I was a girl, and I knew since a young age. I was 3 years old when I knew. A lot of what I say I've said in other videos, so I apologize for the redundancy, but I'm trying to make points in each video that I do. So certainly if I'm talking about my issues and struggles with being transgender, I will obviously be repetitive in what I say, but I'm trying to do videos in a sense that it has continuity and will be expressive of my feelings and what I hope to get in my own personal transition. I have a son also who I need to be there for, and I love my son, and I would never want him to feel hurt or struggle with my own issues. We've had conversations, and he's been very good about it, and he's accepting. And my son also has his own struggles with autism, so I think that gives him insight because he's very compassionate and he's very mature for his age. I can't believe my son is 16 already. It just defies my imagination. He's a teenager. I just can't believe it. It went so fast. I remember when my wife gave birth to him and I was at the hospital watching the birth, and it was truly a miracle. And now our little baby boy is now a young man of 16 years, and I'm very proud of him. I had an exhausting trip today, or yesterday I should say. I got up at about 6 a.m. and then I went back to sleep for a nap, hoping that I get back up at 6:30, but I overslept and I got up at 8, so I had to rush because I had a 6-hour drive ahead of me, and I had to make a 2 o'clock appointment with Maddie's teachers and his aides, the 2 girls that work with him, his therapist and social worker. So I was driving to get there in time. I wound up getting there about 2:15. So it wasn't that bad from 8 to 2:15. I made good timing. But I was tired, and I caught myself almost falling asleep at the wheel, which is very dangerous. So I had to drink some Pepsi for the caffeine jolt, so I wouldn't fall asleep. That would have been a tragedy, devastating. And I was very careful when I picked up my son and was driving home. And we stopped along the way to take a break and to get something to eat. I'm happy that my son is home for the week. We all get together to do movies, pizza, and whatever else Maddie wants to do. I know he likes to go on the computer, so we'll do that, and we'll even watch some DVDs and Blu-rays. But it's nice to have him home. And he's very good. He's well adjusted, and he's making progress in school. I was delighted to hear that, and the teachers and his aides are very close to Maddie, and they just adore him because Maddie's a great kid, and he's got the heart of an angel. And I'm very fortunate to have a son, and Maddie is the son that is a joy and a pleasure. So I'm very delighted about that. It's very hard for anybody to deal with someone in the family who has struggles and issues. I know when I was visiting my cousins this past weekend to attend their father's funeral, they didn't know how to treat me, and they wanted to respect me and make me feel welcome and accepted, which they did, and I was very comforted. I was very comfortable being there amongst my cousins who I haven't seen in ages, and it was nice that they embraced me. They even called me by my female adopted name, Emily, and they were going through their own tragedy with their dad, but they took the time to compliment me and make me feel welcome, so I thought that was special. And so far I'm very lucky. I haven't really met with any opposition to my transitioning. I may have lost a few friends along the way, but that's out of my control. I have no magic wand that will make them stay friends with me, and if they don't accept me, then they're not real friends. So that's not something that really bothers me. And I'm surprised at some of the people that have left my circle of friends, because I thought they were real friends, and I was quite surprised. But, it doesn't stop me from continuing with my own personal journey and transitioning to become a woman. I've always felt inside that I was a female, and it is something that I am very proud of. I don't have any regrets. Once I knew what I had to do, I felt relief and just not living in shame or in the closet anymore. I've come to accept who I am, and I'm very happy about that. I want to be as feminine as I can be. Eventually, I want my voice to sound a lot more like a woman's voice. I have to practice on that. And I want to still be there for my son and do things together and just enjoy life as a female. That's what I've always wanted. I never wanted to live as a guy. I didn't feel comfortable and I struggled a lot. But living as Emily is a joy and a pleasure for me, and I wouldn't want it any other way. That's the way I should live, and I'm all excited. Transitioning for me is a new lease on life. So despite my depression and feeble attempts at suicide, the bottom line is I don't want to end my life. I want to live my life. I want to be there for my wife, my son, my family. I want to do the best I can in helping raise my son and putting him to college after he finishes his schooling. I want him to have opportunity. I want him to know that he's loved, and I want him to know that he can also rise above his differences like I have. I never knew or thought that I would be able to transition, so it's been quite a journey, and I'm still embarking on it, and I have quite a long way to go, but I'm very happy, and I feel I'm in a better place now, and I express myself very feminine. I enjoy that. I enjoy wearing pretty dresses and just presenting as a female and wearing stockings and shoes and all types of accessories. I also like wearing earrings and just trying to be the girl that I always knew I was in my heart. So this is a wonderful time for me, and I am few and far between. I never knew anyone who was transgender until I started going to transgender support groups, and I've made some good friends going to those support groups. So I definitely feel happier because I identify with them. I've found a lot of my transgender friends are male to female, so they're transitioning from boy to girl like me. However, I have met other transgender individuals who are female to male, and I'm not going to be a hypocrite, but for me personally, I can't see why a girl would want to live as a guy. I don't get it, but they're my friends, and I'm not going to say anything to judge them. I accept them for who they are, and I know they accept me, so, I'm personally very committed to living as a female, so it just strikes me as odd why a girl who's beautiful would want to live as a guy. It doesn't, for me, it's not what I would ever want. But I'm friends with people in that situation, and they're good people, and I accept them for who they are, just like they accept me as a female, even though I was born male. So I've learned a lot from making friends who are transgender, and I don't feel alone like I once did. So I think that's a good thing. I am also trying to develop more in the social arena. I want to be more confident and express my feminine side. And if I'm able to work again, I want to work strictly as a female, as Emily. And I want to be accepted for who I am. I want to have tolerance. And I just want to live as the girl that I've always felt I was in my heart, my mind, and my soul. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think in actuality, that's a great message to send to others who struggle with their gender, and to let them know that they're not alone, that there are many people in the same situation as they are. And that's what I found when I started going on websites like YouTube, watching the transition videos, and on the blogger. I have a blog, and I've come across other people who write, and there are several transgender girls that have their own blog, and I enjoy reading their experiences, and some of them even do videos like I do, and I enjoy that. I enjoy making videos and chronicling my own personal struggles and desires. So if I can do anything, at least maybe help one or two people, that would make my day, because the bottom line is, sure, we have to work to make a living. I know that even though I'm not working right now, but I also have a lot of healing to do. All the things that I went through in life have come and hit me to the point where I kind of lost my sense of who I was, and I didn't care about it much. I lost total interest and enthusiasm, and I felt that I needed help, and luckily someone out there reached out to help me, and I'm very grateful for that person. I wish I could thank them personally, and it's sad that I don't know for sure who it is. I can't even hazard a guess, but I do have other friends who I care about, and I hear from them from time to time, and they've been very supportive and kind and caring to me as they learn of my situation. So I think that's a good thing, and I think people can be very sweet and kind. Not everybody has a cold heart. I've come across many understanding and caring people who want to understand and learn from someone who's transgender, and they want to try to understand where they're coming from, so they could take stock and hopefully find a way to come to terms and accept whether they're a friend or their child. We should never condemn someone who has these feelings and needs to transition. Being transgender, you realize that it's a very painful and sad situation because you are condemned for just being who you feel you should be. And I don't think anybody should judge and criticize us because they don't know what it's like, just as much as we don't know what it's like for them. So I think if hatred is the sense of order for those individuals, then it's best that they say nothing and just walk away, and not to disrupt or disturb a cousin or a relative just because you feel like you can do it, and that's not nice. I learned in life that you should be very tolerant and accepting of people no matter what their weaknesses are, and I truly feel that way. And I also believe that someone who's committed crimes can be rehabilitated and hopefully is able to live a somewhat normal life. And even when I was in the hospital, I have not ever had a jail record, nor do I want to or plan to. But there were times when the police teased me and said, okay, next time we come here, you're gonna go to jail, and they were joking. But I feel that the police are someone I look up to, and I am very honored to have some friends who are in the department. And when I've been brought to the hospital, the police paramedics were very kind to me and open and accepting of my situation. And they didn't look at me as a guy in a dress. They looked at me as a girl and treated me like that. So I can't complain. I was very happy about that. And I think that as we grow and develop and come to terms with who we are, that life has more meaning, and the struggles we face become a little more tolerable. However, they still are there, and it's not pleasant. So I think that's why we must occupy our time in a fruitful way, so we can develop our creative side. And I believe that if you were to eventually decide to go back to school, these exercises and workshops certainly can help you. For me, the biggest dream I would wish for, aside from winning the lottery, multi-million-dollar lottery, is to just be accepted and loved as the female that I've always felt I was inside. My sisters doubted me, but they see me all